You felt it long before they ever admitted it. The whispers, the lies, the deception. They thought they were fooling you. They laughed behind your back, believing they had the upper hand. But what they never realize, what they just now figured out, is that you knew all along. And now they look foolish. Because the truth always has a way of revealing itself. And no matter how long they try to manipulate, deceive, or outsmart you, the fact remains, you saw through it from the very beginning. Chosen one, you are not just intuitive, you are divinely guided. Your spirit picks up on things before they happen. Your energy rejects deception, even when the world tries to disguise it as truth. And deep down, you always knew who was real and who was pretending. And now that their games have collapsed, now that their masks have shattered, they finally see you were never blind. And the worst part, they now realize that you let them believe their own lies. You gave them the space to expose themselves. You didn't need to react, because you knew time would handle what words never could. And that, chosen one, is why they're scrambling now. Embarrassed, ashamed, powerless. But you're rising. Unbothered, unshaken, unstoppable. Stay with me, because we're about to break this down. Why they underestimated you, how they exposed themselves, and why your silence was your greatest revenge. Let's get into it. They thought they had you figured out. They mistook your kindness for weakness. They assumed your silence meant ignorance. They thought they were outsmarting you, playing you like a puppet while they sat back and laughed. But what they didn't realize is that you knew all along. See, a chosen one isn't just wise. They're aware. You feel things most people ignore. You pick up on shifts in energy. You notice the small things, the way someone avoids eye contact, the hesitation in their voice, the inconsistencies in their words. They thought they were getting away with it. But in reality, you were watching. You were studying. You were letting them expose themselves. And now, they look foolish. Now, the truth is crashing down on them, and there's no escaping it. They wanted to be the master manipulator. They wanted to play games with you. Now they're realizing that they were the ones being played by their own arrogance, their own deception, their own blind belief that you wouldn't catch on. But you did. You knew all along. And now, they can't handle it. 1. They underestimated you from the beginning. People assume that being chosen means being naive. They mistake your compassion for gullibility. They think that because you see the good in people, you can't see the bad. That was their first mistake. Because you saw everything. You didn't call them out right away. Not because you didn't notice, but because you were waiting. Waiting to see how far they would take it. Waiting to see how deep they would dig their own grave. Waiting for them to reach the point where there's no going back. And now, they're realizing that you were never blind. You were just patient. 2. You let them think they were winning. Here's where you played the game better than them. You didn't react. Most people, when they sense betrayal, explode. They lash out. They demand answers. They fight. But not you. You let them talk. You let them lie. You let them weave their web of deception, thinking they were getting away with it. But the thing about a web, the spider always gets caught in it eventually. And now, as everything comes full circle, they're realizing the bitter truth. They were never in control. They were never winning. They were always just exposing themselves to you. 3. Your silence was louder than their lies. You want to know the one thing manipulators, liars, and fake people fear the most. A chosen one who doesn't react. They wanted you to beg. They wanted you to fight for their approval. They wanted you to fall apart, questioning yourself, doubting your intuition. But instead, you gave them silence. And that silence, that's what broke them. Because silence means power. Silence means you see right through them. Silence means you don't need their validation. Silence means you've already won. They kept waiting for you to crumble, for you to react, for you to give them something to hold over your head. But you never did. And now, they're the ones falling apart. 4. They look foolish, and they know it. The truth has a way of revealing itself. At first, they were so confident. They had people believing their lies. They walked around with their head held high, thinking they had outplayed you. But now, people are starting to see through them. The same people they tried to impress are now questioning their version of events. Because here's the thing. Lies always unravel. Deception always comes to light. Fake people always expose themselves. And now, everyone sees them for who they truly are. They were laughing at you. Now they're being laughed at. They were spreading rumors about you. Now people are questioning their credibility. They thought they were ahead. Now they realize they were losing the whole time. And the worst part, they can't undo it. They can't rewrite history. They can't erase the fact that you knew all along. And now, they're the ones who look like fools. 5. Now they're panicking. At first, they were arrogant. They thought they could walk all over you without consequences. But now they're scared. Because the moment they realized that you knew all along, the power shifted. Now, every conversation they had behind your back is haunting them. Now, every lie they told is coming back to destroy them. Now, they're wondering, what else do you know? And that fear, that's their karma. Because nothing is scarier to a fake person than being exposed. 6. They will try to come back, but it's too late. When people like this lose control, they panic. And what do when they panic? They try to worm their way back into your life. Expect them to suddenly act nice. Expect them to send you a random message. Expect them to pretend like nothing ever happened. But here's the truth. They don't miss you. They miss control. They don't regret hurting you. They regret getting caught. But here's what they don't realize. You've already moved on. You don't need their apology. You don't need their explanation. You don't need their fake attempts to make peace. Because you already won. Your silence was the answer. Your absence was the closure. Your glow-up is the real revenge. 7. Now, you're untouchable. Let them watch. Let them sit in the mess they created. Let them feel the weight of their own actions. Let them realize, too late, that they lost something real. Because you're moving forward. You're stronger. You're wiser. You're untouchable. And them. They're stuck, watching you rise, knowing they can never reach you again. Now that the truth has come full circle, the real question is, what happens next? Because the story doesn't end with them realizing they played themselves. No. This is where your true elevation begins. This is where you step into your power so fully, so unapologetically, that they don't just regret what they did. They realize they were never even in your league. See, karma isn't always about revenge. Karma is about alignment. And right now, you're aligning with something greater. 1. Your energy is no longer accessible to them. Once someone realizes you knew all along, they go through phases. First, they deny it. They tell themselves you didn't really know. They try to justify their actions. Then, they panic. They realize that you were just waiting, just watching, just allowing them to expose themselves. Then they regret. Not because they care, but because they lost access to you. And that's where the real pain begins, for them. Because your energy, it's priceless. Your presence, it's a gift. And once a chosen one decides that someone is no longer worthy of access, it's permanent. There's no coming back. There's no second chance. And that right there, that's their karma. They will spend years trying to find someone with your depth, your wisdom, your love, and they never will. 2. They will watch your rise from a distance. See, they thought they had power over you when they tried to manipulate you. But now, you are unstoppable. Every move you make reminds them of what they lost. Every step forward proves that they never had control. Every success you achieve silences the lies they told about you. And the best part, you're not even thinking about them. You're too busy winning. You're too focused on your purpose. You're too aligned with your true destiny. Meanwhile, they're stuck, watching you rise, knowing they can never be part of your world again. 3. You've leveled up, and they can't reach you. There's a reason why people do what they do. They tried to bring you down because they knew you were destined for greatness. They tried to deceive you because they feared your power. But the irony, their betrayal only made you stronger. And now, you trust your intuition more than ever. You see through people with complete clarity. You no longer waste time on anyone who doesn't align with your purpose. They thought they were breaking you, but all they did was sharpen you. And now, you're untouchable. Final message. The ultimate payback is your glow-up. The best revenge is not anger. It's not getting even. It's not proving anything to them. It's becoming everything they never wanted you to be. It's rising so high that they can't even reach you in their dreams. They wanted to make you question yourself. Now they're questioning themselves. They wanted to see you struggle. Now they're struggling to keep up. They thought they were better off without you. Now they realize you were the best thing that ever happened to them. But it's too late. You knew all along. You played the game better. And now, you've already won. Let them sit in their regret. Let them watch your elevation. Let them realize that they lost the realest thing they ever had. And you move forward. You rise. You take back your power, fully, completely, and permanently. Because a chosen one never loses. They just watch others destroy themselves. Stay strong. Stay untouchable. Your victory is already written. If this message resonated, drop a comment below. Let them know. I knew all along. And if you're ready for more powerful truths, make sure to subscribe, because this is just the beginning. Until next time, stay awakened, stay unshakable.